Hello, this is Lee Stranahan. Just hang on one sec. I just got to check. There we go. Okay, I want to make sure my microphone was working. How you doing, everyone? Lee Stranahan, Citizen Journalism School. And I am doing this video to talk quickly about the course I've got coming up that starts on Monday night. It's a course on the deep state connection to Ukraine. It's a 4-week class I'm doing via Zoom, and we'll be recording each of these sessions. So if you can't make one session, it's starting Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make a session, we'll be recording all of these and sending them out to participants. The cost of the course is $40, and for all 4 sessions. And there'll be Q&A, live Q&A. And let me talk about why I'm doing this course, why it's important right now, and what I'm going to be doing that's unique in the course starting in session 1. I really hope you come to this course because it's very important about the news cycle and about history and about understanding not only the relationship between the deep state and Ukraine, but the role that Ukraine has played for 70 years in the deep state's plans. There's a reason you've seen footage of Zelensky speaking at the World Economic Forum. You know probably that George Soros has funded a lot of stuff in Ukraine. But what you may not know is that George Soros was recruited by the CIA, for Ukraine, for the Ukrainian cause, by the Ukrainians, by the Ukrainian Nazis. And we're going to show you that evidence. But more importantly, that you need to understand this to understand not only why the Ukraine is so important to the Biden administration and to so many administrations. Why are no Republicans speaking out on this? Why are no Republicans acting brave? Why are they just going along with the narrative? This is central to the globalist agenda, and you'll learn why in this 4-week course. We'll start with 70 years ago. We'll start with the end of World War II, and you'll understand what the Banderites are. Then we'll move on to the period after that, in the 60s and 70s, when the CIA was actively funding an organization called Prolog, and the Ukrainian diaspora was forming. That includes people like forgive me, I misspoke. Includes people like Christina Freeland from Canada. You saw her in the truckers' rallies, the convoy. Christina Freeland was one of the most awful people. She's connected with Soros going back decades. And you'll see how her connections have been so significant to this. That's week 2. Week 3, we cover the period of 2014 to the present, where we start to look at the effect, why they did the Maidan coup, what they were trying to accomplish with that. And then we'll look at the current period. We'll look at the war. We'll look at all of his history. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to do the research. What I mean by that is this is not going to be, no one will be able to say this is Russian propaganda. You will see from the CIA's own files, and I will show you how to search the CIA's own files, the public documents in the CIA archives. I'll show you what to look for. I'll show you how you can prove it beyond any shadow of a doubt. No one can criticize you. And I'll show you how to use the Ukrainian Weekly newspaper, which is a major Ukrainian publication. The Ukrainian Weekly is the voice of Ukraine in America and Canada. And you'll see how to search that and find direct source material. Now, if you're a citizen journalist, if you're somebody who does videos, who writes, that kind of thing, I gotta say, this one course will pay for itself instantaneously because you'll be able to get so many different article ideas out of this. This history is fascinating. This history is very deep, and I know it better than anyone. And you'll see how this has tied into the Russiagate scandal. You'll see why Eric Ciaramella from the CIA fits right into this. We'll see why the second impeachment involved Ukraine, and why the first one did too. And not only that, again, I'm going to show you how I researched this stuff using direct source material that no one can say. I don't reference articles on RT or Sputnik, not because I think the articles aren't good. I think they are. I think there's some fantastic articles on RT. The problem is, if you cite an RT article, some people will immediately dismiss it and go, okay, well, that's RT. They're a Russian propaganda outlet. And even though they can't point to anything at all wrong, they like to use that insult. But I'll show you how to find this stuff in the CIA-owned archives and the Ukrainian Weekly newspaper and other more obscure sources that they themselves are saying very clearly what the truth is. And that's the truth I want you to point to. It's a truth from sources that they can't dismiss just by saying Russian propaganda. Because we're in information war. We're in an absolutely dangerous period of time where the truth is being censored and the truth is being lied about. And I think it's not because they love Ukraine so much. In fact, I would argue the deep state hates Ukraine. They're responsible for the deaths of Ukrainians. What they're trying to cover, and we'll talk about the biolabs and that material. It makes perfect sense when you see the real history. So that course begins on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, and by the way, forgive me for my speech is a little clumsy. I'm recovering from a stroke, but, you know, it's at best, at worst, probably clumsy. I'm led to understand people can understand what I'm saying, but I may not be saying it in the most deft way sometimes. So I want you to take this course. I want to see you there. You're promoting not just this story, but the truth. Now, again, we have a really easy sign-up process. Send $39 exactly, $39 to my PayPal address, paypal.me/Lee Stranahan, and that will register you for the course. We'll get in touch with you on Monday with the Zoom address, and we hope to see you there in the course. Thanks so much to everyone for their support. Please, this is the last weekend you can sign up before we start this important course and talk about this important content. Till next time, I'm Lee Stranahan. If that's the worst part I have trouble saying, why can't I have an easy name like Alex Jones? I don't know. But until next time, I'm Lee Stranahan, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.